Edition of the Breakfast Show, ladies and gentlemen, and to shed more light on this, we are most delighted to be joined over the phone by our prominent guest, His Excellency Ambassador Gamal Baioumy, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Good morning to you, Your Excellency, and appreciate your time.
Good morning, how are you?
Well, significant participation of Egypt in the G7 for the great industrial countries worldwide. The importance and the significance of Egypt's participation, actually, it's a crystal clear indicator that Egypt is a real strategic partner and a heavyweight country, not only in the Middle East, but on the whole world. How can you elaborate on this?
Yes, I am so glad to follow this sort of news. It shows that Egypt is a very important country in the whole world, and I want to draw the attention that Cairo now is hosting the most crowded city with embassies in the whole world. Yeah. No country has no embassy in Cairo. And as we see our president from hour to hour, not even day to day, he's phoning his counterpart, receiving phone calls, going now to Evian, participating in this very important session. The G7, I call them the board of directors of the world economy because they are the largest economies of the whole world. And it's very good for Egypt to go and to listen and to see and to smell what is going on in the coming future. Also, as you rightly said, that they are discussing many things which comes to our interest. The whole world is not in good situation. The Ukrainian war, the challenge between the United States and their own alliances in the NATO or in Europe or against China, the war against Iran from US and Israel, which is affecting all of us. Of course, thank God that we are not directly involved, but we are affected by the freedom of navigation, by the lack of serious supply, and the oil prices. Many things are affecting us. And as the authorities of Suez Canal are telling us that the Suez Canal is affected by 30% of its revenue. Indeed. Because of the problem of navigation. Yep. Many things like that. Also in our own area, we are not in very good health. Problems in Syria and Lebanon, attacks against Lebanon, the aggression against the Palestinian people, the division between the Libyan and themselves, Iraq, Sudan is not in good health. Yeah. So we depend on Egypt and very few Arab countries which are standing on strong feet to participate all over the world, everywhere, in order to find solutions to bring back peace for the whole world and for us.
Exactly, as you mentioned, Your Excellency, and the whole region is actually on the brink. Well, in a session titled Getting Out of the Crisis, Stabilizing the Middle East, the President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi addressed the members of the G7, and first of all, he mentioned that the way out of all the crises in the Middle East is first of all to finalize the Palestinian cause based on the two-states solution. So this is only the importance of the Palestinian cause always at the top of the Egyptian agenda everywhere on all the international platforms. What's your take on this?
Yes, this is very wise because even the two-state solution, it's not us who are asking for it, but even the very close friends of Israel are asking for that. Because what is the other solution?
But what Israel always is rejecting and said there is nothing called the two states. And
yes, they will find themselves in trouble. Close your eyes for the coming 10 or 20 years then the Israelis, because of the exit of Israelis to their own original countries, there are 500,000 Israelis left the country in the last 2 years, while the Palestinians are sticking to their land, and in 10, 20 years, they will be the majority in this area. So what the Israelis will do? So those who are calling for the two-state solution are the real friends of Israel. They are looking for the future of Israel, and they don't see any future with what Israel is doing now.
Yep. Well, Your Excellency, the importance of, or the significance of Egypt's participation at this 52nd summit of the G7 is also supposed to convert the diplomatic ties, the strong ties of Egypt with the EU into developmental projects on the ground, which has happened already on the ground, as Egypt signed a memo of understanding and deals in the field of the green energy yesterday. So how can you find the conducting back-to-back meetings between President El-Sisi and the EU members or the members of the G7 is supposed really to have tangible economic results on the ground?
Yes, we are there covering the international relations, but also the regional one, because as we see, our president met with high leaders of the European Union. The European Union became our main trade partner, our main investor, and the largest group who is investing in Egypt and helping Egypt by economic assistance. And they are around us. And also, the very personal relations between our president and the president of France, and the personal touch there. Look how the American president is talking to our president in a very friendly way. So we are keeping all these relations for the benefit of the whole world, for the benefit of our region, and at the end for the benefit of Egypt and the Egyptians.
Yep. Sir, let me ask you concerning the rift in relations between the European countries or the EU countries and the USA, especially after following the motto of America first. So how can you find, and also regarding that, the Europe or the European Union had gone already to other destinations like Asia, China, India, etc., that they found that after such rift and imposing the tariffs, etc., that there is great rift and deep rift between the European countries and America. How is this supposed to be solved in such a summit, your point of view?
Yes, as you well said, it is a sort of activities with the whole world. They are in very good relations with many parts of the world. But still, Egypt is the largest beneficiary of the European Union assistance. And here I want to explain something which is a little bit delicate for Egyptians. Although we are the largest beneficiary of the development assistance of Europe, still we are buying from Europe 101 times the volume of their assistance by our imports. Our imports are 100 times more than their assistance.
Yep.
And with the American,
correct,
I counted it is 66 times of the American assistance we are buying from them.
And of the American aid in which they are sometimes threatening us of. You're right.
Exactly.
Yep.
No, if they threaten us, they will be the loser. Because many times I was teasing our friends, European authorities, telling them, if I go to any shop in your countries and buy something, they will give me 10% reduction. but you are giving me 1% of my purchase.
Yeah.
Your assistance is 1% or less of what we are purchasing and importing from Europe or United States. So nobody can threat Egypt by any means.
Yep, you're right, Your Excellency, Ambassador Gamal Baioumy, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Many thanks for joining us, for your insights and views. Have a nice day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, short break.